Hello and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Today, we're diving into a heartfelt and long-awaited story that brings together two of Turkey's most admired actors, Arduç and Sangu. This isn't just a story about their professional collaboration, but about an emotional journey that has captured the attention of fans and media alike. If you've followed their journey since the early days of their careers, especially their unforgettable time on Kirak Ak, you know exactly why this story has everyone talking again. Let's take a step back in time. Arduç and Sangu became household names through their work on Kirak Ak, a romantic comedy series that quickly grew into one of the most beloved television productions in Turkey and internationally. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, lighting up the screen and winning the hearts of millions. But what many fans didn't realize at the time was that this magnetic connection extended beyond the fictional world of their characters. Rumors began to swirl about their relationship behind the scenes, with tabloids often speculating whether the on-screen romance had blossomed into a real one. Despite the constant media attention, both Bar and Ellen remained quiet about their private lives, maintaining a professional stance and keeping their personal feelings away from the cameras. Yet the silence only fueled curiosity, and the idea of a real-life love story between them added a deeper emotional layer for fans. Eventually, it was confirmed through close sources that a romantic relationship had indeed formed, although it was kept away from the spotlight as much as possible. The couple's decision to maintain privacy was respected by many, but that didn't stop the heartbreak when news of their separation finally surfaced. It wasn't dramatic or scandalous, just the quiet fading of a connection that once had seemed so strong. For years following their breakup, Bar and Ellen focused on their individual careers. Each took on new projects and challenges, earning acclaim and continuing to build their professional legacies. Bar, with his intense screen presence and emotional range, became a staple in dramatic productions. Ellen, ever the versatile performer, ventured into both television and theater, bringing depth and nuance to every role she embraced. Through all this time, one question lingered: would their paths ever cross again, not on set, but in real life? The answer, it turns out, came unexpectedly. Recently, in a moment that no one anticipated, the pair decided to meet for what sources are calling a final farewell. This meeting, while brief, carried immense emotional weight. It wasn't about rekindling old flames or revisiting the past, it was about closure, respect, and acknowledging a chapter that meant a great deal to both of them. According to someone close to the actors, the encounter was calm, heartfelt, and filled with gratitude for the time they had shared. They smiled. They talked about old memories. One insider noted, "There were no accusations, no bitterness, just two people who once meant a lot to each other, saying goodbye in their own way." For fans, the news of this reunion was both surprising and touching. Social media lit up with emotional posts, artwork, and video tributes celebrating the history of Bar and Ellen. Hashtags trended as people revisited their favorite scenes from Kirak Ak and shared personal reflections on how the couple's story had inspired them. But the reunion wasn't just about nostalgia. It was a reminder of how deep connections, no matter how much time passes, continue to leave an imprint on our lives. For Bar and Ellen, this final meeting was a way to honor the bond they once had, not just as colleagues or romantic partners, but as two individuals who had grown together through both love and heartbreak. The entertainment world, often fast-moving and unpredictable, rarely gives space for this kind of maturity and grace. But in this case, it has. Their decision to meet, speak, and part with mutual understanding is not only a testament to their character but a powerful example for others navigating the end of meaningful relationships. As of now, neither Bar nor Ellen has made an official statement about their meeting, and perhaps they never will. Some stories don't need to be told in press releases or through interviews. Some stories speak for themselves through glances, gestures, and the silence that follows a long-awaited goodbye. Looking ahead, both actors continue to thrive in their respective careers. Fans are hopeful that this moment of peace and closure will allow them to move forward with new energy and inspiration. Perhaps the most important takeaway from their journey is the reminder that love, even when it ends, can still leave something beautiful behind, a memory, a lesson, or simply the understanding that we once mattered deeply to someone. And while this emotional reunion was seen by many as the final chapter, others believe it might be the beginning of something new, though not necessarily romantic. There's growing speculation in the industry that the pair may consider working together again on a future project, possibly a film or limited series. According to a source close to both actors, a director who had previously worked with them has expressed interest in reuniting the duo on screen. The chemistry they once brought to Kirak Ak may be too powerful to leave in the past forever. Regardless of what the future holds, one thing is certain. The connection between Arduç and Sangu transcends a single series or a moment in time. Their story on screen and off has touched millions, and their recent meeting is proof that some bonds remain unbroken even when life leads us down different paths. Interestingly, this final encounter has sparked renewed interest in the early stages of their relationship. Archival footage, old interviews, and even behind-the-scenes clips from their days on set have resurfaced online, reigniting fan discussions about what made their connection so compelling. Some have pointed to the subtle looks exchanged between scenes, others to the way they supported each other during press events, small gestures that, in hindsight, spoke volumes. Industry experts now argue that the success of Kirak Ak was not solely due to its writing or direction but heavily anchored in the authenticity Bar and Ellen brought to their roles. Their ability to blur the lines between fiction and reality allowed viewers to fully immerse themselves in the character's journey. It's a rare quality that not all on-screen couples manage to achieve, and one that still resonates years later. Moreover, both actors have grown tremendously in their craft since their initial collaboration. Bar has embraced more intense and dramatic roles, earning critical acclaim for his emotional depth. Ellen has explored complex female characters in both modern and period pieces, challenging societal expectations and demonstrating her range. A reunion in any format, professional or otherwise, would not just be nostalgic but artistically rich. Fans have also taken it upon themselves to voice their hopes. Petitions, video montages, and heartfelt letters continue to circulate across social platforms. One fan even launched a campaign titled "One More Scene," urging producers to consider reuniting the pair in a special episode, anniversary tribute, or behind-the-scenes documentary. The movement is gaining momentum, and several media outlets have begun covering the growing wave of public interest. No matter where their paths lead, Bar and Ellen's story stands as a testament to the enduring impact of shared moments, even if they belong to the past. In a world constantly moving forward, it's these rare pauses, these glances back, that remind us of how deeply we can be touched by someone's presence, even if only for a time. Thank you so much for joining me for this deeply emotional update here on Turkish Spotlight Secrets. If this story touched your heart, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, take care of yourself and always remember the power of connection, even after goodbye.